I'm waiting for my sister to go over there. What happened?
Right now there's an investigation, and I guess it's your daughter?
Yeah, that's my daughter.
Your daughter.
The teenagers who thought they got away with murder. On October 17, 2021, 18-year-old Dwight Grant left home and never returned. Known to friends and family as DJ, he wasn't the type of person who disappeared without warning. He answered his phone, he checked in with family, and he always let people know where he was. So when hours passed without a call or message, people became concerned. At first, his family assumed there was a simple explanation. Maybe his phone battery had died. Maybe he was with friends. Maybe he had simply lost track of time. But as Sunday turned into Monday, those explanations became harder to believe. There were no calls, no messages, no sightings, nothing. Family members began searching. Friends started calling around. Teachers noticed he hadn't shown up to class. And with every passing hour, concern grew. Then, on Tuesday afternoon, everything changed. While searching near Sherman Circle North, investigators noticed small spots of blood leading toward a group of bushes beside an apartment building. Hidden inside was a body. During their search, detectives also recovered a knife in the bushes nearby.
Here, let me step back. Can you guys go back inside for me? Thank you.
All right, are you live?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm off right now.
Please, just give us a few minutes and we'll come in and talk to you. Just go back inside. Can you go back inside, please? Don't. Just do as I ask, please. In a few minutes, an officer will come talk to you. Go back inside. Can you just, please, take her inside. Go back in your apartment for me, please. Listen, I can't answer anything right now. I just need you to go inside the apartment and stay there till I can get somebody to come and speak to you, please.
I'm just wondering.
Listen, what did I just ask? Just give us a few minutes and somebody will come and talk to you. Just give me a few minutes. Go ahead and go inside.
Got some blood right there, okay?
Okay, go ahead and go inside for me.
The search for a missing teenager had become a homicide investigation. The discovery shocked the community, but one detail made it even more tragic. DJ's body was found only a short distance from his own home. While his family had spent days searching for him, he had been there all along. At first, investigators had few leads. There were no obvious witnesses, no clear motive, and no immediate suspect. Then an unexpected piece of evidence arrived. A woman walked into a police station carrying a mobile phone. She wasn't connected to DJ, she wasn't a witness, and she wasn't a suspect. But she had found something disturbing, a private group chat. As detectives read through the messages, several comments immediately stood out. Some of the teenagers in the chat appeared to know details about the crime before those details were publicly known.
Seeing on the news that they found a body over by Sherman Circle, and they keep showing a picture of the kid that goes to Miramar High. I came here because my niece was telling me that she had got these texts from this girl yesterday from the modeling, and she said it was the most traumatizing day of her life when she seen him yesterday, which would have been Sunday.
That discovery changed the direction of the investigation. Detectives began identifying everyone involved in the conversation. 3 names quickly stood out: Andre Clemens, Jacine Smith, and Christy Parisian. According to investigators, Andre was the driving force behind the plot. Jacine allegedly helped carry out the plan, and Christy played a key role in bringing DJ to the location where the attack occurred. All 3 were now central figures in the investigation. As detectives began interviewing people connected to the case, one person proved especially important: Jacine Smith. Unlike many people involved in homicide investigations, she seemed willing to talk. At first, detectives believed she might simply be a witness. But as the interview continued, a different picture emerged. According to investigators, tensions had been building for some time. At the center of the conflict was a complicated relationship dispute involving several teenagers. What began as ordinary school drama had gradually become something much more serious. Arguments turned into resentment. Resentment turned into hostility. and investigators would later conclude that jealousy had become the driving force behind the crime. As detectives pieced together the timeline, a disturbing picture emerged. According to prosecutors, a meeting had been arranged before DJ ever arrived. Certain people knew where he would be, certain people knew when he would arrive, and certain people were already waiting. Prosecutors later alleged that Christie helped lure DJ to the meeting location, while Andre and Jacine waited nearby. According to investigators, everyone involved already knew their role before DJ arrived. Investigators eventually learned that several teenagers gathered before the attack. According to testimony, they wore dark clothing and tried not to attract attention. Then they waited inside a stairwell, a place where they could remain out of sight, a place where they could watch, and a place where they could wait for a specific person. DJ. As far as he knew, he was simply meeting someone he trusted. He had no reason to believe he was walking into danger. Then he arrived. Within moments, a confrontation began. The exact details would later be examined in court, but investigators believed one thing was clear. The encounter had not happened by chance. What followed unfolded quickly. A confrontation escalated into violence, and within minutes, DJ had suffered fatal injuries. The teenagers involved now faced a choice: call for help, tell the truth, or try to hide what had happened. Investigators believe they chose to hide it, and that decision would ultimately help solve the case. As detectives continued investigating, they discovered evidence suggesting that efforts had been made to cover up the crime. Clothing connected to the attack was gathered, evidence was removed, and attempts were made to distance those involved from what had happened. But the plan was already falling apart. Witnesses reported suspicious behavior. Security personnel noticed unusual activity. Surveillance cameras captured movements that detectives would later use to reconstruct the timeline. Then came the digital evidence: phone records, messages, interviews, witness statements. Together, they painted a much clearer picture, and that picture pointed directly at the people involved. Investigators concluded that the attack had been planned in advance and that multiple people had played a role in carrying it out. Prosecutors alleged that Andre carried out the fatal attack, while Jacine and Christie helped execute different parts of the plan. The group chat that first caught investigators' attention became increasingly important. So did the evidence gathered from witnesses and surveillance footage. Piece by piece, detectives rebuilt the events of October 17th, and once the timeline was complete, arrests followed. One by one, the teenagers connected to the case were taken into custody. The story they had tried to hide was now being reconstructed by investigators, and with every new discovery, the case against them became stronger. Eventually, the case reached court. Prosecutors argued that the attack had been planned and carried out as part of a deliberate effort to confront DJ. The jury heard evidence from witnesses, investigators, and those connected to the case. In the end, the defendants were convicted. Andre Clemens, identified by prosecutors as the mastermind behind the attack, was sentenced to 40 years in prison followed by lifetime probation. Jacine Smith was sentenced to 25 years in prison followed by probation. Christie Parisian was also sentenced to 25 years in prison followed by probation. 3 young lives would now be defined by decisions made over the course of a single night. DJ Grant was only 18 years old. What began as teenage jealousy ended with one young man dead and several others spending decades behind bars. And in the end, it wasn't just the attack that solved the case. It was everything that happened afterwards.